Let's switch on over. Evening. Right. Hopefully finishing Japanese sums tonight. We'll see how it goes. What time is it? Almost 10. It's a little later than I planned to get going. But we've made decent progress. In the first bit, we found the box. And I had a little look at some of the extra stuff. To like, I haven't had a massive look at the next steps and such. But I wanted to get in my head the idea of how the rules work and everything. Tried to make the rules a bit more readable again as well, because these ones are a bit chaotic for anyone coming in that wasn't watching last time. And we're about 50 minutes into the solve. I had a look at the old VoD. Have a look at that. So starting the timer from there and seeing how we get on. So one thing I wanted to do is just mark off where I don't have any numbers in the outside of the grid, and also where I definitely do, because I thought that would be interesting, and hopefully quite helpful. And that's all that. So here, this could all be one big region, but any of these that are in the same region must be in odd region types. So it could either have this be a separate region, this be a separate region, and that be a separate region. That's the most number of regions that this bottom bit can be split up to. Ooh, I don't think it can be in 3, can it? Because, yeah, if it's 3, then this one has to be a region on its own, but it's not going to escape. So that can have at most 2. So these are both blue because they don't have numbers in them. Because somewhere we've got to get out to this single question mark with a whole lot of regions that are all split up, which might be kind of tricky to do. But this could be a nod on its own of the whole thing. Or, how are you splitting up anywhere else? Yeah, because this is an odd number, and I've just said you can't do it in 3, you have to do it in 1. Huh. I was not expecting that. So this is one big region, and it's missing a 4, which could go wherever. But that's nice. So what's that? That's 17, isn't it? As a length of that. And then these have got to become interesting. Surely. Because I'd be surprised if you could have... But, I was going to say I would be surprised if you could have that many that are just singles sort of thing. But you probably can. Here's another thing, look. Now this can't be a whole region, because that's way too much. So that's definitely a region down there. Of which, interestingly, we don't know at all if it's odd or even, do we? Especially because it's got a gap. So that's not going to be that useful. Hey, a startup. How are you doing? And this we don't have any information because the star doesn't actually tell you anything. Nice. It's always good. Have you solved that puzzle that you sent through to me? The one by Kenneth. Oh, nice. Yeah, it did look interesting. Hey, Bookworm. I've made quite decent progress in this first 2 minutes, which felt quite nice. worked out that this is one big-ish region. Oh, this is really annoying. This 6. Oh, yeah, they look like them. I didn't read the rules. That's good to know. This 6 clue, because if this is a 2, it's got to have the 4 above it, which annoyingly just works. I think it's interesting that then that would be a 6, but again, that seems okay. And it's either going to be describing, yeah, both of them just work. So what's that 6 we have already used? I was going to say, surely it's got to be able to differentiate them somehow, but I'm just not seeing. We did actually use the 6 earlier to find the position of the box, so that probably has used everything with that 6-star clue, I reckon. Oh, this 3 has got to come this way, hasn't it? It's just a little thing, because if he only came that way, he then gets completely trapped. And here's another thing. We sort of know what this is. Well, it's got quite a lot of options, actually. And yeah, neither of them say anything because we don't have any information about this row. Let's think about the question mark 12 stuff, though. Because if that was blue, so I'm using blue as doesn't have a number on the outside and pink that does. If that's blue, all those are pink, and that would be 12 on its own, which breaks this. So we are still using that clue a little bit. And that's, oh, sorry, that has to be pink. It has to have a number. And similarly, this has got to, if this was blue, otherwise that's 12 and that's question mark, so that breaks. That also has a number. And this has got to be at least part of the 12. And I think it has to be the whole 12, doesn't it? Because if the 12 tried to be split across these two, we know that this clue is describing 6 no matter what. So this clue would also... Oh, that does work! Huh. And this can't be 12 on its own. Right. Yeah. So this is the 12 overall, and they're both 6s. And then that's just a 3-5 on its own. And the 4 does go somewhere here. That's cool. I like that. And that's a 3 or 5. Clear that out. And now all of these are pink as well. Because otherwise there would be a gap, and that's not how that works. And this is now quite small, so this isn't a 6, so it's got to grow. This is cool. So that is the 4. And we have our first region, which is very exciting. Because this was a singleton, and otherwise that would be at least 10. Nice. And there we go. Take that. It is pretty mad. Have you seen that? Have you noticed in testing startup that Book One's already or has now released the second version of this, which I assume is harder given it's 8x8 and very obfuscated. Is that the word I want? I think so. The clues are less information they have in them, sort of thing. These are both odd, which is sort of interesting given this. Maybe. No. One's odd, one's odd, one's even. That's nice. No. They're both odd. Ignore me entirely. Yeah. They're both odd, so that's either, let's change that. It's either 4, 6, or 8. So it could be 8 and be the whole of that 12 clue. And we don't know at all how this is all joined up either, do we? But I can start to think about this, because that's at least 3 regions, so these are both pink. This has got to be at least 2 regions because of this little line here. So they're both pink for same reason on both sides. And this is odd and less than 9. It's certainly bigger than 4. But that could annoyingly be a 5. With a 9 here, sort of thing. One. Oh, no, we do know that 2 extends because that's part of an odd region, don't we? That definitely does come up here. Yeah. So this 18, this can't be 18 on its own, can it? Because that's just way too much. So the 18 grows. And if the 18 is odd, oh, we know. No, because this could be more things, couldn't it? This could be lots of regions. Because I was going to say, because that's odd, then that would, this whole thing's even, but you could extend it out here, sort of thing. Can this be blue? That would imply, oh, sorry, can this be pink? That would imply that all 3 of these are in different regions. Surely that doesn't work. Yeah. They do get trapped. If these 3 are different regions, then they'd sort of be coming out like this, and one of them would get trapped. So that's definitely blue. Yeah, it's got to be the 18. 18 some, surely, be thinking about. Because how about if these 2 are the same region? Oh, we know as well that that's all the same region because of this clue up and down here. So can these 2 be different? And what's in here, in fact? 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if these 2 are different, this would come up like that, and then it needs a 1 and a 2. And this would take all of this sort of thing. Certainly not 5, and that's not 4. That does anything. So I'm a bit worried about missing out obvious Sudoku at this point when trying to think about other stuff. If this doesn't come up, jumping around a bit, if this doesn't come up, then you can't. Oh no, it's got to take this cell. I'm going to colour this region. If this region didn't take the orange cell, it would do that. And therefore, this would be bigger than 9. So we know it definitely takes this cell. Oops. But it doesn't necessarily have to take this one. If this is 4, right? I think that breaks. Because you'd need another 4 to make up the 12. And it would have to be made up with evens. So it certainly couldn't be 2 2s because they would just have to be 2s on their own. And it couldn't be another 4 here because it couldn't be a 4 on its own and it wouldn't be allowed to be a 1 3 like that. So that's not a 4 and this always has a 5. And if it's a 6, that's okay because you'd start a new region here, which would be a 2 region. And that would have to escape. Oh, sorry, we know which way around these are, don't we? That might help. If this isn't part of this region, say, I think it has to be a 6, doesn't it? Because we've said the 18 can't... Oh, no, it can be made up of odd stuff. Because I was thinking for some reason, to make 18 in odd numbers, you have to only use small numbers, but this could be quite a big odd number. Sorry, I didn't see your question start up. In row 5 of the 6x6. Oh, we do, don't we? Thank you very much. That's a 4. And yeah. And then this is reasonably restricted. Just wondering about pencil marking what it is, but I think it's got a bit too many options. Too many. Yeah. I was about to say, we know as well that this doesn't take all of this line, but it certainly couldn't do because it would trap that. By the way, Bookworm, does what am I trying to say? Does the answer check numbers on the outside as well? I don't know how it works with. I think with pen per to Sudoku pad, it just ignores those big ones. But I might have to pop it in Sudoku pad in pen per just to check. Okay, cool. Fair. But I can still have numbers in there, I assume. Don't have to delete them all. Okay, cool. Right. So, if this is 3 or 6, then they're not all in the same region because they're missing a 1. So the region would have to split up. I've said they're not all 3 different regions as well. I feel like I should be able to rule out the case of this being a different region to that. But then also it just seems to be happy. It comes... Oh, no. If this connects to here, then it breaks because of this column. Because it would also have to take this cell because we know we have exactly 4 regions up and down here. And if it grabs that, it can't grab this, and then it's got to take that. Right. That's good. So that's not the same region. And all of this is the same region. And it's got to take a 1. So if it didn't take that, it's also stuck. So it's got to take that, and that is a 1. Nice. 5, 6. Get rid of 6s from there. That's not 3 anymore. This is now 8, and the 12 clue is done. Which, at the moment, doesn't actually help with the question mark, because it could be an immediate question mark made of odds, or it could be a question mark up here made of evens. But that's fine. We have another region. Progress is good. 5 and 3 at the bottom there as well, which is nice. Put those in for fun. That's certainly not 5 anymore. And yeah, this could still be another clue. Part of this bottom left region, I think. And now these two are the same region. Yeah. That's interesting. That comes from 4, 5, and 6. So it sees those like that. Oh, we also know this now. We can also blue that one. So this is a 9. So this also has to be a 9, which gives us that way round. This is also pink. And this is also pink because that's not a region, or else this is all too massive. So this is odd. And less than 9. This is cool. It's properly starting to come together. I wasn't sure if this would still be sort of mega tricky. It's nice that it's, the deductions are spottable at the moment. This is certainly not, or what am I trying to say? This 3 can't be relating to this cell. So either the 3 sticks out like, hang on a moment, I think I've assumed something there. Because we could have more regions here. That is at least always 9, because you got to get it in 2. You can't do it in 4. But that 9 could be pertaining to like a 6-3 pair here. Or even, it could be a 1-2-6. That would be cool. Yeah. So at least that would, if that is a 1-2-6, that is always still a 4. So either if this is a 3, then you've got to have a pink outside here. And then how else do you make the 9 if that's a 3? You can't be 6-3. So you have to do it in 3 cells. You can't be 2-3-4 or 1-2-5. You have to be 1-2-6. The problem with that is you get 1-2-6 here, because you'd have to have a pink inside. That would be 3, and that would be 4. So this is always 4. But not necessarily that 9. It could be a 9 out here. So we don't know that's blue. If it is blue, though, then you do have this 9-9 thing going on. And oops. It's 10, and this is 7. You have this 9-9 thing going on, and then a 3 here. Which is okay, I think. Got a bit ahead of myself there. Right. And don't forget I need to come out to here on one of them. So one of them... Oh, this can't come out to here. So to get the 4, get the 5/4. So if... Hang on, I'll just do that so I don't lose my place. If this was 3, then this isn't this 9 clue, because I've got that 9 clue already. And you have to have an 8 on the outside with a 9 next. And the 9 next can't be made in 2, it has to be, because it can't be 6/3 or 5/4. So it has to be done in 3, which has to be 1 2 6 is the only way that's left. And then that puts a 4 here, which... Why did I think that broke? Oh god, wait. Oh yeah, there's two 4s. Yeah. If you want, and there's a cleaner way of doing that later, I'm happy to go from here. Otherwise, I'll carry on with my place 4. Okay, I'll carry on with my place 4. I like that sort of logic. That in my head, I know it's borderline, but well, yeah, no, it is a chain of logic, isn't it? But it's not too long that I feel that I shouldn't be allowed to use it, sort of thing. So, yeah, I keep on wanting to say this can't be blue because it's relating to the 3, but of course the 3 could be all the way out here. And I almost suspect that it is the cell that's sort of all the way out there. How many regions have we got? That might be an interesting thought. Have I got enough colours? Is the other thing, or will it start to make it look... I can make that one green. Because what I've thought about is that this one can't join to either of those, and we know those two are different. In fact, let's stick with this for the time being. And then I kind of wanted to see if there was another cell that I knew had to be part of a new reason. Yeah, that's fair. And if it skipped something that was a lot nicer, then I'd be very happy to go back and find the nicer stuff. Don't want to miss the like planned pretty logic sort of thing. Right. Yeah, so this cell up here looks like it could actually be part of that. Which is fine, it just... Interestingly, if it is... Because here's another thing, is wondering if this 1 2 can be part of this 4 6. Because then it needs a 3 over there. Ah, okay. Cool. It would need 3 over there, because it's not a 3 from this one. And then 5's there. So it would do somewhat of that shape, or this shape. And this does need 1 2 and 6. Let's just put in what these can be. Because some of them are reasonably restricted. Almost feels likely that does that. But yeah, annoyingly that's then a 3. And that could be an odd 3 there. Yeah, I can pink that one, can't I? And this is also pink because there's at least 2 regions here. So that's some more stuff. Looks like I'm doing some progress. That's a 1. Oh, that's pink. But yeah, this stuff is less interesting. And in fact, that one is as well. But this is doing absolutely nothing because that clue sees no cells. Yeah, it's that cell sees no clues on the outside. But anyway, little tangent. If this is blue, I keep on thinking that this is the outside of these, but they're not necessarily. Those will both be pink and will both be quite big. And it's fine for one of them to be big and be an outside. If it grows like that sort of thing. The other one would then extend out here. I do know that that's not blue. That's not pink even, so that's definitely true. Yeah, so do I want to find this question mark, I think? Might be useful. Here's the other thing. That if this cell's pink, that one's also pink, because it's got to be an even next to these odds. And that 3 would therefore extend. So those two have the same colour, which I'll just mark those as green. And yeah, maybe I could rule out either of these being blue. Because if either of these is blue, then this is definitely pink, and the opposite one is pink. That felt like that had done so much, and now it's all got a bit stuck again. So I mean, if I could disprove that being pink, it would be massive. There's no obvious reason, is there? Oh, if this does this, then interestingly, because the 3 could only go there. So if that 1, 2 is part of dark pink, then it's got to take that shape. And does that mean anything? Like, this would now be our 6th region. So dark green would do that at the top. This would have to come out like this. It all just looks quite likely. Oh, yeah, and then that really works, doesn't it? Because here's my bold prediction. That is that region. Because I was just thinking about the clues over here. That seems very likely to work with all of them. That you sort of pinkify this sort of thing. Wait, does it? Even. Oh, it actually doesn't. You're not gonna like me for this one, I don't think, Bookworm. So if this is part of pink, it's got to look like that. The problem with that is that, oh no, that could be odd. Oh, I take my mind back, because that could be, no, it doesn't work. Because this would be forced to be a 2 on its own, which just, yeah, it just immediately breaks these glues. So I think I'm happy with that logic. If this is part of this, then it's got to look like that in order to pick up a 3. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, please jump in with obvious stuff. For sure. Sorry, I should have said that at the start. Because although I do thoroughly enjoy finding this sort of stuff, I feel a bit bad for I'll go for a guided hint then if it's fairly obvious. I feel bad for missing the nice stuff. And yeah, I think in my head I've disproved that, at least. Two, yeah, for sure. That's a good shout, isn't it? So that 6-star, that's crossed off. And this 26 and 16, that one's done. We've got a question mark, even 12, question mark. To which one? Oh, this has got to be odd, or else it's part of that, doesn't it? Oh, I didn't even think about that. Huh. Well, that's interesting. So what does that mean? If this is a 1, that breaks, because you've then used all the odds in this, and that's already even, and you can never make it odd again, so that's always a 2. That's cool. Nice. That could be 0 or 1 or whatever. So what happens if this is green? Oh, that does work if that's green. And if it's not green, then it's a new region. Here's another thing as well. The 1 of this, it's got to get 2 more cells. Yeah, it can't come from here or here. So if it turned up, would it be allowed to take that as its 1? Or else does it need a 6? Yeah, so if it turned up, then, or if it takes neither of these, it breaks. Definitely takes 1 of them. And if it doesn't take this one, it has to do that. And that's problematic for this, isn't it? So if light green didn't take this cell, then it can't take, and it didn't take either of those cells, say. Or more, the easier question to ask is, where does this green get its 6 from? Because where are the possibilities? It can only be here, here, or here. Let's just mark them as pink, that's fine. Those are the 3 possibilities that this can get a 6 from. If it doesn't take this cell, it has to take that 6, and would have to take this one, and then that will break. So it definitely doesn't take that 6. And it can't come up like this, so it definitely takes that cell. And that's now a 1. And that's now a different region. And is this our last region? I think it is. Let's get rid of that colouring so that doesn't confuse me. Yeah, you're certainly not joining this, and you're not joining that. So that is our dark blue region. 1 and 2. This is a 5. This is either 1 or 7. And 9 here. Interesting. So, yes, this this looks like it is that, isn't it? And we can still do that shape with our regions here. This did that sort of thing. But this cell, what takes this cell? Certainly not dark blue. Certainly not pink, it's already got a 6. And it can't be dark green, because then pink is trapped. So this is that cell. That's wild. 1, 4, 5. Not 1's there. We got all our 3s. Yeah. And almost all the 2s. Similarly, almost all the 1s. Nice. Yeah, I'm rather entertained by the fact that your hint was check what clues you've used. I promptly attempted to check them, and then completely butcher the fact that I hadn't missed that. Hadn't actually finished using that one. I find it so funny that I still don't think that I can say that that's a pink 3. That you could still have 399. That's cheeky, that is. But we've got at least three different regions in this row now. So these are both pink. And this is even. Say anything? Not really. Pink needs a 6, so this is pink. Pink needs a 3. Let's try that again. So that is pink. So maybe that did work and I just hadn't got my head around it properly. No, it doesn't, but... I want to use it. Sure. Not really. Oh, not yet, anyway. And what I was wondering about is if dark green can come down to any of these. No. So these are always made up of either dark blue or dark pink. And you can't, pink, dark blue can't repeat. So there's always exactly 3 there. So I can verify the ends. We've got our 3 regions here. And this is a 3. And this is even. So it could take the whole thing, couldn't it? If it really wanted to. Yeah, that sort of thing would be okay. Oh, but we know it's... I wanted to say that we know that. Wait, what am I trying to say? We know that it's a double-digit number. So if it didn't take that cell, then this would have to be quite big. But let's think about the single question mark again. So we got one of these two. so one of these will relate to the one or the two that's up here. And it has to be at least 4 away, of which I think I can disprove the top here. Because I'd have to get 4 different colours breaking up this space to be able to reach that question mark. So if this was green, say, then... Oh no, wait, hang on. If this is the single question mark, which yeah, they both can't be, because the minimum of that is way too big. Oh wait, could it be that? Anyway, I think I can disprove this being blue. Because if this was no, sorry, I can disprove this being pink. I can disprove this having a number. If this was pink and had a number, you'd have to have 4 different colours up there. It couldn't be connected like that in this case, because green just gets trapped, because green can't take more like that. So in this particular case where we're trying to disprove this being pink, I'll just mark like that so I know what I'm talking about. Then dark pink inside the 6x6 would have to take this shape. And you'd have to fit 4 regions at the top there. So that just immediately doesn't work. So this is blue, and I can pinkify all of that as well. Which now does rule out these being part of dark pink, because that's way too much. So these are dark green. I can get rid of that line, which is nice. And this is a 1. And doesn't dark green... If dark green didn't take that, then how do you make 4 regions along here? Yeah, so dark green definitely takes this cell. And this comes around like that. That is a 5 and a 6. Got a 1 sorted out. But not anything else, it looks like. And this needs a 1, so the only place it can grab that is here. This needs a 1, so the only place where it can do that is here. Have we done all our regions? It looks like we have. Awesome. So now I can start to fill out what some of these... Wait, 1, 2, 3... Hey, there's 5 along here. I wasn't expecting that. I definitely did. Yeah, I did properly rule. Yeah. Ah. So that's blue. That's got to be pink. That'll fit 5 here. So this is going to be a 2. 6, 6, 4. And surely that can't... Yeah, that's blue. Oops, blue. How's it gone? There. Pink. So this is pink and 9. I really didn't think that would happen. I'm going to put these in because it feels satisfying to do. 6. And There's a 3. This is a 4 or 5. This is a 5 or a 6. And this, which is going to sort us out, is a 15 or 16. If it were 16, then that's got to break. Then this would be 4, and these would all be even. So this is definitely 15 and 16 there, and this is a 4, and then they sum to 16, which is the even 5 and 4. And then we eat all of this. Very sad. That's got to go. And it doesn't like it. Is that probably... Oh, I messed it up. Oh, no, sorry. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah. I got the outside right, but I just then completely butchered the inside, didn't I? 5 and 4. Does that look better? I think so. There you go. Oh, very nice. Very pleased to have finished that off. And it wasn't too bad with the solve today, I wouldn't have said. And yeah, that, I can't believe how strong that 6-star clue was. So I was like, yeah, we've definitely used it just to position the grid. But it just kept coming back. It is wild how all the Sudoku just falls out. I suppose with a regular chaos construction, this question mark, you could tell it was going to be hard to find a place where it would go up and down here. You know what I will do? Just want to finish. I won't put in all the numbers. I rather like the idea of having these as the green, the pinks and blues, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Yeah, this question mark clue was cool. And the fact that had to have 5 along here, and how that sorted some stuff up and down there. That this took that 6, that 9. Had you gotten close to writing a message of don't where I started going wrong, assuming that had to be pink sort of thing. How quickly that would have broken. Not really, because that would still be 3. Ah, fair. You are letting me run off with one. Yeah. And not too bad for a time overall. Roughly. Oh, yeah. Well, I say 1:45, but then I probably had a good hour on the first time round to get through to it. But very nice. I think I'm just going to end. It'll be a short stream today. Just going to end it there because I still need to do. I wanted to stream earlier this afternoon, just a bunch of things kept getting in the way. So I still need to go make myself a dinner. So I'll head off and do that. But looking forward to trying number 2 later this week. Have you had any solves on it yet? I haven't checked. Because I saw a couple of messages and feedback about some of the ones. Oh, 2 solves. Bloody hell. Very nice. There's so many puzzles. I'll find it in a bit. Oh, there you go. Oh, Iceberg managed to finish it. Nice. ZZW, the other one. Ah, yeah. Nice. Right. Good. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I will head off very much to the puzzle. I might stream tomorrow. See how it goes. See what happens. I might also just do a bit of puzzling in the voice chat. Been a while for that. Yeah. Thank you very much for the puzzle. Enjoyed finishing that one off. Chat to you all sometime later. See y'all later.